Principal, Ms. Gibson, whom I think I spoke at her graduation also, and to all of you graduates. I love this school. I love the alternative to be able to make a spin, to change, to do something different, to make a difference out of challenges, right? And you all, just like here in my bio, I made a mistake when I was a teenager, and God blessed me to continue to go to school. School is what saved my life and what has turned me around and what has now put me in this position today to be the Vice Mayor of the City of Chicago. I'm always inspired by this school. The reason why I'm inspired by this school is because you guys, for whatever reason, are here because there were some bumps in the road. There are always going to be bumps in the road. Some of those bumps could have been, like young lady said that her school closed down. Another one could have been they may have gotten in trouble at school. Another one could have been they got pregnant and had a child. Another one could have been it just wasn't working for them at that school, and they had to decide to come back to school. To me, you all are the in spite of young people here in our society. In spite of all of those challenges, in spite of what came your way, in spite of all the bumps that came before you, you decided that you were going to do something different. You decided to take advantage of an alternative to do something different with your lives. And you all have, I'm sure, surprised and impressed, in some instances, your loved ones, to show them that you still can do it. You didn't give up. You didn't in spite of generation. And I am so proud of all of you all. I know the mayor, who is a former teacher, who always knows that with our young people, we have diamonds in the rough. A lot of people from the outside look at our young people and they only look at some of the mistakes that they make. They don't look at all of the potential that they have. You young people have so much potential. This is just the beginning of your journey. No matter where you've been, no matter where you live, no matter what you've gone through. I'm sure some of you all live in neighborhoods where maybe you had to go all around the block in order to get to school because of different things that's happening in the neighborhood. Some of you all may have had instances, and I'm sure that you have saw some of your friends or loved ones may have lost their lives because of the violence in some of our community. But in spite of all of that, in spite of all of that, you guys didn't give up. Because you all are the in spite of generation. You don't let anything hold you back. You need to keep that spirit and hold on to it and never give up. There's no limitation to where you can go. I took a physics class, a calculus class actually, over at Luke College, Harold Washington. I had a teacher named Dr. DeVito. And Dr. DeVito used to give us this equation, he used to give us this function, and we had to find the limit of the function. Those of you who know calculus, you have to find, do these calculations sometimes. It takes 2 or 3 pages, and you come up with one number, right? And that number gives you a dot on the graph, and you connect it. And we had to find the limit. And in our class, there was a few African Americans in the class, a few Americans here in the class, there was other foreign students in the class, and always we would have to come up with the answer, and the foreign students would get it first. Actually, the Asian folks would get the answer first. Sometimes Arabic people would get the answer, Middle Eastern people would get the answer second. All the time, us Americans, it was a little challenging, because some of them learned calculus earlier than us, right? So one day, Dr. DeVito came up with this limit to this function, right? And he's like, okay, find the limit to the function. The Chinese say, I got it. And she told him the answer, Dr. DeVito said, no. Then the Arabic guy said, I got it. And Dr. DeVito said, no. So all us American folks, we like, yes, it's our turn now. Right? We gonna get this answer. It's our turn. All of us doing the equation, we said, we got it, I got it, I got it. He said, no. He said, all of you are wrong. He said, all of you are wrong because there is no limit to this function. And he said, don't limit the unlimited, because this function goes to eternity. So don't limit the unlimited. And I always thought about what he said at that class, and I always use that with my life. We should not ever try to limit who we are. Even though I grew up in the Prince Green, I made a mistake. Here I am, vice mayor of the city of Chicago. If I would have limited myself and said I couldn't do that, where would I be? Probably back in the hood. God has blessed each and every one of us with a seed of strength that help us to grow. Every one of us got a seed inside of us that God has given us, that gave us the strength to crawl, gave us the strength to walk, gave us the strength to run, gave us the strength to do so many things. God has blessed us with that. All of those things that I just spoke about were impossible things when we were babies. Matter of fact, he gave a lot of us strength to squeeze out of our mother. Right? Gave her a whole bunch of strength too, and we thank her for that. But that strength God has given us because we are unlimited. There is nothing, young people, that you can't do if you put your mind to it. There's nothing you can't do if you make it your goal. And I'm going to tell you this. As you go on with this journey in your life, this is just the beginning. There's no telling where you're going to go from here. But you got to set your goal, and you have to be focused, and you have to remember the things that was embedded in you by your parents, and your teachers, and any of your advisors. And keep that in mind, and don't let anybody knock you on your square, off your square. Remember that you got here because you had to tell Ray Ray or JoJo or Susie that, no, I can't do that because I'm going to school. Right? You got here. You got here today because you told the cliques, I ain't clicking today. I got something else I got to do. I got to take care of my future. You understand? Don't forget how you got here. Don't let anyone knock you off your square. And even as you right now try to apply to school, if you don't get the school you want, don't give up. Right? If you don't get to get in any of those schools, go to a different type of school. If you're not able to get in any of those schools, find a gig. But do not give up, because God has a seed in you that because God has planted a seed in you that goes to infinity, and no one can stop you if you use that strength. Congratulations, graduates.